Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to Being Leopold. You know, it's your boy Leopold. You just boy alive, you know. Yeah, so today we're going to make banana bread. Yeah, the delicious banana bread. So before we get into anything else, I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. You know, we're almost at 1,000. So guys, please just subscribe, share the video, share like cook food, all them something there, yeah. And before I get into anything, I want to give my friend business page a shout out. So make sure that you go check it out, guys. May I depend on him. Make sure you need some following and all them something there. So make sure you go check him out. It is 876.coloredjm. You know, it's going to be down below right here or in the description box. I'll leave things in the description box to you now, guys. So make sure you check that out. Yeah, a lot of links of my friends and all of that. You can check them out in the description box whenever I say. But his link will be in the description box. You can get amazing, beautiful jewelry from him. Them always top notch. So make sure that you go check him out. So without further ado, I'm going to switch down to camera 2 and show you what's going on, because yeah, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome back. This is camera 2, famous camera 2. Yeah. Alright, so this is flour. For this recipe, based on the amount of bananas that I have, which is practically 2 hand, or yeah. In Jamaica we call them hand, hand a banana. So this is basically 2 overripe bananas, 2 hands, yeah. So that's that. Then in here we have 5 eggs, based on the amount. We have 5 eggs. Here is about 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 5 cups of flour. We're going to use 1 cup or half a cup of surge cow's milk, right? We're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, teaspoon of mixed spice, whatever left in the nutmeg buckle, which I would have been a 1/4 teaspoon. Here we have 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoon of cinnamon. In here, my equivalent, to 1.5 cups of butter, right? Actually, almost 2 cups, but yeah. And then this is some cream cheese, to get it all creamy. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get these things out of the way. So give me a second. Alright guys, before I forget, for this recipe, you usually, likewise banana bread, you usually use a loaf tin, but because I don't have one, I'm using this regular foil pan, right? And already grease the sides with butter and put the parchment paper down. So now, with my bananas, I am going to use this masher and mash the bananas. Alright guys, so nice and mashed, yeah, soft, or yeah. So now that we're finished with this, we're going to put this to the side and work on our butter and our sugar, right? Alright guys, so to this bowl, right, I'm going to add the butter and the cream cheese. And our sugar. Alright guys, so now we're going to cream it. So just so that everything doesn't fly all over the place, we are going to start on low, which is in this case 1. Guys, make sure that you clean down the sides of the bowl, you know. Alright guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to, hold on guys. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add the banana to the mixture. Right. Then also what we're going to add is the 1 cup of milk. Actually guys, I'm going to use a half cup. So just a half cup. I'll add in more if I need it, but for right now I'll add a half cup. Now to this, we're going to do the 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Right. Teaspoon of mixed spice. And let's see if this makes a quarter. I'll just use 2 of this. Okay. 2 quarters of nutmeg extract. Now what we're going to do, we're going to add the cinnamon, the salt, and the nutmeg. Now for eggs. Alright guys, so now what we're going to do, we're going to mix these all together and then add the flour. Alright guys, so now we're going to add our flour. This is baking flour. This is baking flour, you know, so this is not the regular flour. The recipe calls for baking powder, but it doesn't. You don't really need it. So we're going to add the flour to it, and I forgot one thing. We're going to add a teaspoon or a cup, depending. When I remember, I'll tell you. Yeah, of baking soda. Alright, so now that's the flour, and now for the baking soda. Alright guys, I remember now. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of baking soda. So I don't want to pour it out over the thing, so yeah. Just a little extra for Jesus. Yeah. And also because the recipe is at a larger quantity, so yeah, henceforth we have to add more. So let me just sort everything out and start mixing, guys, and make sure that your flour is sieved before you add it to your mixture. Mine was sieved already, so don't worry. I'm just adding it to it before I turn on the mixer. And I'm mixing it up, mixing it around so that we don't have flour flying all over the place. Right. Alright guys, so now we're going to mix. I'm going to add the other half cup of the milk. Actually, seeing that the mixture is already, well liquefied, we're just going to add just a quarter. Alright guys, so to make this a little bit nicer, what we're going to do is we're going to add just tubs of wine, to get this a little bit festive, so hold on a table for the wine. We're going to add a quarter of wine. Red label wine, to be exact, a Jamaican staple. And for that extra kick, just a squirt of lemon juice or lime. Right. So we do this, just to add a little bit of the lime to get the rawness from the egg out of it, out of our mixture. So now we're going to turn on back our lovely mixer. Guys, make sure that you mix to get everything incorporated and not to overmix, because if you overmix, then you're going to get into some serious problems. So now if it is, guys, I just tasted it and it needed just a little bit more salt, so just a teaspoon. And we're good. Alright guys, so now we're going to clean up and transfer this into our dish, or pan, to bake. Alright, so check it back. Alright guys, so we finish with our mixing, just to go over the recipe, and yeah, before I forget, that mixture, it bad. Me not tell you no lie, like seriously, gonna need to try this, cause if you not try this, well, you just a miss out. Not my problem, but yeah, you need to get some banana, I make some banana bread, cause I know the recipe, bad. Anyway, so for this mixture, we use, based on the quantity of the banana, that is 200 banana overripe, 5 cup of flour, 5.5 cup of flour, which is, the flour is baking flour. You can use all-purpose flour, but baking powder, baking flour, that's what I had, so I used that instead, like how we're baking, right? 1.5 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a teaspoon of mixed spice, 2 quarters of a teaspoon of nutmeg extract, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, call it 2.5 teaspoons of salt based on the quantity, right? Also a half and a quarter cup of milk, and a quarter cup of wine, a cup and a half of butter, and hold on guys, and for the baking soda, based on my quantity, you use 2 teaspoons. You miss out nothing? Comment down below if you miss out something. Anyway, oh yeah, and guys, the cream cheese, yes, the cream cheese, I use 2 cups, well actually it's 2 tablespoons still, so 2 tablespoons of cream cheese as well, just to get it nice and creamy. And also the eggs, the 5 eggs, yeah, you can't forget the egg them. And also, if me left out nothing, if you clap me down in the comment section, yeah. And the recipe I got up on the screen right side of me, yeah, it's a go dead. Anyway, so to our lovely mixture, right, we're going to add this to our lined baking tin, right? So yeah, switch down and show what me I do. Yeah, look how nice this moment. Yeah. So alright guys, welcome back to camera 2, second time in a row. So now let's get our delicious mixture into the bowl. In more bowl, into our tin. Alright guys, so this is our lovely banana bread. I know so we're not going one piece, sorry, we're in a quarantine and we can't get none. Anyway, but you can make it yourself, right? Yeah, that's what I'm teaching you for. So now, I'm going, based on, better to be safe and sorry, and based on the quantity, I am going to put another sheet or another tin under this just to keep it secure so that it doesn't run over or break. You can see, so give me a second, let me go do that, and then yeah, put it in the oven. Alright guys, so we finished. Yeah, baking time. So make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. This is what, Fahrenheit? Yeah. Celsius. Yeah, 350. Yeah, I'll put it here. You know which one. 350 degrees. We always cook on that. So we're going to put it in the oven for an hour. If it needs more time, when the hour time comes, I'm going to stick a toothpick in to check it. If it comes out clean, then you know that it's baked. So I'm going to put this in for an hour, and when the hour comes, we check it back. Alright guys, so yeah, in a couple seconds you're gonna see me I check it back, and yeah. So alright guys, so you know the timing, when I checked it at an hour, let me be honest, when I checked it at an hour, it was, when I stick the toothpick in, it was not clear, so I let it stay in for 5 more minutes, then still wasn't clear. So I was like, alright, what's the problem here? So one problem was the tin, because I put it in the other tin to prevent it from spilling all over. So with that happening, that caused it to not receive the heat, So what happened now, I took it out of the double tin and just put the one pan inside, and yeah, now everything coming up clear. Banana bread, it as I just say, it just bad. I tell you no lie. Me have confidence in other banana bread, and trust me guys, boy, the banana bread, it has say enough things, like enough things are going, like come like a Sharon or a hot girl, hot girl, and a bonner girl like Keisha, but yeah, but then good girl, good girl like a Catherine or a, like a, or a Nicole, one of them nice name, boy, trust me, the banana bread, yeah, guys, look at what it could. Look at this beauty. Look at what it could come out of it. Look at this beauty, guys. Wow, just wow. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Time hot, so I sweat all over. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to try out the recipe. I'll put the recipe down in the description box. Make sure you go check it out. Yeah. I had to add my thing because, of my circumstances with a lot of bananas that I could not let go to waste. So yeah, that's why. Yeah. But trust me, guys, and if you try this out, you should use a little cream cheese in it and a little milk for eat that little oomph, that little kick. Yeah, I love it. So guys, that's it. But don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching Being Leopold. It's a lifestyle. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy the banana bread. Bye guys.